latest update on the Phoenix Corsair. This is build video for that, and I'm also going to Hi guys and girls, it's Toyota Tony RC again with the latest update on the Phoenix Corsair. This is build video 3. What you're going to see in the video, I'm going to explain to you what's going on in the back, and I'm also going to explain what happened. My friend Nick Capone, shout out to him, what happened up here. So that being said, let's get to the video. The last video I took was of the wings. As you can see, they're mounted on the fuselage now, all completely done, stickered up, ready to roll. As you can see, we have our hidden flight controls right here, all inside, tucked inside the wing. All nicey nice, retracts are in, ready to go. These retracts, they do hang down a little bit. Unfortunately, it with being cheaper model, you're not going to get doors and all that. That's for a much expensive model. Eventually, I'm going to get there. It just takes time. But another thing, if you look at the finish, you can see it's just, they didn't do a real good job covering it. So if something happens to this, we're probably going to glass it. Wanted to show you the fuselage. Shout out to my friend Nick Capone. He really did a great job on this. He wanted to gas proof it because, you know, we're going gas on this one. So here's the results of what he did. If you look before, all these pieces here, these 90 degrees, he put them inside the bulkhead here and glassed them all in. Look, glass all the way up, covered this is where the gas tank's going to go, this tray right here. If you look here, there's glass everywhere. Great job, absolutely fantastic. He also painted the front where the motor's going to sit with this epoxy paint he gets. It's almost like plastic covering, so I'll never have to worry. I will have no worries with as far as like gasoline penetrating the wood. That's what you're trying to not have happen. If you do, the wood eventually gets saturated and then the model just comes apart due to the glue. The only thing, like here, I'll have to fix this a little bit. There is pieces here that we have to glue the cowl in, which is no big deal. I'll just poke a hole through that. But we do have one little inherent problem. Unfortunately, the motor sits right about here, and there's where the other hole, same thing here. So I'm gonna have to put a piece of wood in here, I think. We're gonna put a small piece of, I don't know, maybe 1/8 inch microlite, because this is pretty tough. And I'm probably gonna glue it in, and then we're gonna cover these holes with epoxy gel and just start over. This way, when you bolt it down, it has something to bite to. I don't want to put it here because if it were to fall in, it's done. It'll instantly, the motor will pull to the left and game over. So we're not going to do that. We're gonna cover this up and then put epoxy in there, and I'll sand those little areas and get them as flat as I can. So this way the motor still sits straight. One thing I wanted to show you, I talked about when I did the first video of this, I talked about CA hinges, and I said eventually they will wreck your model. Well, on this model, all these control surfaces, every one on the wings, all pin steel hinges, great hinge, never going to have a problem. These, they used a flat hinge. I think I have them over here. Let's see if I have them laying around. I usually throw them out, but here they are. This is a CA hinge, absolute junk. I wouldn't put them on a paper airplane, let alone something like this. This thing is going to go over 100 miles an hour, and you start pulling on it, it won't wear right away, but eventually this thing's going to bust. When it does, game over. These will come flying off, and it's going to do a corkscrew right into the ground, and you're going to walk over and be like, oh, I just lost my model. Here's the difference. Look, here's those hinges. Steel pins compared to that. This wins every time. We epoxy these in We made holes, we countersink it, so that when we push this in, this thing will be dead flat. And you'll have a little gap, but not real bad. The CA hinge is absolute just junk. So that's where we're at. Next video I'm going to do, this is point 3. 4, I'm going to show you the completed product of the tail being on, because I do have to sticker the tail. It's going to look just like that one. Okay, we'll sticker the tail up and get it all done, and get up front as far as mounting the motor. That'll be after that video. So I'm going to show you the finished product with the control surfaces all in and working. So that's it for Tony Toyota. Toyota Tony RC signing off. Have a great night.